All right, so I'm here with Aaron Ware, who is about to buy his first home here in about 30 minutes. So firstly, congratulations.
Thank you.
So we first met on Instagram. We connected there. Prior to that, you were working with another agent, looked for a home for about 4 months, right? But you were looking for primarily a duplex.
Yes.
Right.
Something with multiple units or something in the kind.
And the goal was to basically, live in one side, rent out the other, so that way, you could save some money, which is a incredibly smart strategy. Something that I've done and I've loved as far as it goes. How long did it take for us to get together, get the sense for what you were looking for, and actually find the property that's behind us right now?
2 days. I think you initially hit me up, and then I replied like a day or two later, and then from that 2 days, you replied immediately, and I think it was like another 2 days before we actually met and began to start the search.
And then from the time that we started the search to the time that we actually found the property, what do you think that was?
I think that was like less than a week.
Yeah.
But yeah, by the time we actually went started the search, we checked out. You sent me several properties. We checked out one, and the second I believe we looked at was good.
I think a lot of times that's because, when people are looking for these types of properties, they're oftentimes searching duplexes, triplexes, multifamily properties on the MLS. But most of the time, those are not actually going to be seen.
They'll be scooped up or just be a little bit more obvious. So, hope things so.
And they're set as single family homes, but they have this additional dwelling unit, or they've got a basement that's got a kitchen or what have you. So when we were doing some of the negotiations and crafting our offer, we were trying to balance two things. One, we knew we had to do some renovations to the ADU, so we had to have some cash for that. But we also wanted to, have cash for closing costs and down payment and stuff like that. Are you comfortable sharing how much you paid for a down payment, or how much closing help we got from the sellers?
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool.
The actual down payment ended up being just over $5,000.
Mm-hmm.
After doing the negotiations with the lender and everything, I got a great deal as far as I'm concerned. But as far as negotiating the closing, we managed to sneak in at just over $5,000.
So
which is great, because that doesn't even include the buy down from the mortgage rate and everything. So
$24,000 that we got from the seller. So it was going to be 28 in total.
yeah. And the rest of it was I didn't have to pay out of pocket. So that was just a great little strategy, and very helpful.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of times they get on the internet and they're like, okay, I got to do 3.5 down as my down payment, and then I have to have 3.5, 4.5% down for my closing costs. But a lot of people don't know. Hey, you can either ask the seller to, finance some of that closing costs, or even sometimes in this case, because we had a little bit of leverage on them. I don't want to say leverage on them, but because we had a little bit of leverage in terms of the days on market and whatnot, we were able to get them to drop that, not necessarily the price, but help us out with the closing costs, which was cool. So this transaction had, like a lot of transactions, had a lot of ups and downs, a lot of challenges. I felt like this one in particular had a couple more than usual.
Strange curveballs. Yeah.
So there were issues with the water with the appraiser. There was issues with termite damage. There was issues with possible mold. We were concerned about documents not coming in on time. And even just yesterday, we had the seller ask us, when it wasn't in the property disclosures, for an extra tree and a couple of bushes as well. So when going through all those different hurdles, how did you think we did? How did you think we handled those?
I think you handled it great. I'm not going to lie. Every time something new popped up, I was like, what is it this time? But yeah, you were on top of it. Well, it helped out tremendously, because I wouldn't have known how to navigate some of it.
I appreciate that. That's what I'm here for.
I appreciate you. You made it a lot simpler from my point of view. To the data with at one point 4 different entities at one time.
That was the termite damage was that was a tough one
for large title sellers. It just so I think it worked out great.
So just kind of overall, what are your thoughts about just the property And is there, any other things that you'd want someone to know about either the transaction itself or just with your experience so far?
Thoughts on the property? As I'm happy, found the property. It's not a great property, I think. There were, like I said, some hiccups, but it really wasn't anything to be too worried about. I can't wait to get the renovations done, and I can't wait to get them in.
Yeah, man.
I'm super satisfied, and I can't wait to use the fire clip in the back.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Well, cool, man. Well, it's been a pleasure working with you, and definitely appreciate you coming here to share what's going on with this property, and looking forward to the next one.